In South Africa, the education system serves over 12 million students, yet disparities loom large. Many schools lack the resources to support children with disabilities, and remote areas still grapple with basic infrastructure needs.
We really need inclusion in this country. It's not just about including children with disabilities. It's about the whole range of diverse abilities that our children may have and how to support them and how to make sure that everybody, as far as possible, reaches their potential.
South Africa's policy framework supports inclusivity, mandating that schools accommodate learners of all abilities. The British Council's initiatives amplify these efforts, ensuring that inclusivity transcends policy to become everyday practice.
The British Council has definitely been marvellous. It is such a well-structured approach to inclusivity. Teaching for All was a blessing because it provided teachers with a brand new toolkit for them. It's part of how they were trained, and it's definitely a boon for our school.
The British Council in South Africa has been pivotal, facilitating over 100 workshops last year alone aimed at inclusive teaching practices. Their advocacy has influenced policy changes, making inclusivity a national priority.
We've worked really closely with the Department for Basic Education and a number of other organisations. So we've got a Teaching for All programme that has really looked at supporting leadership in the school system, thinking about it in terms of the curriculum, in terms of leadership, in terms of the learner.
There is collaboration with the British Council, but I think that needs to be strengthened because we want to strengthen and make inclusive education far, far better than it is.
It is taking that holistic approach. It's working very closely with policymakers, but also with principals and educators and getting the buy-in, because we're not going to bring about the change unless we work together to do so.
Throughout Africa, the British Council promotes inclusive education through various programs, like LEAP, the Learn English audio program, supporting teachers, parents and caregivers from remote and under-resourced schools in African countries to improve listening and speaking skills. Language for Resilience in Uganda, helping refugees and their host communities to overcome barriers and recover from crisis. The STEP teacher training program in Nigeria to improve English proficiency, classroom English, and teaching methodology. Coding for Kids that introduces girls in South Africa to new digital skills. And EDGE in Ethiopia that empowers girls through exploring the potential of the English language and digital skills. The impact is evident. In 2023, there was a significant increase in the enrollment of children with disabilities in South African schools, and thanks to targeted inclusivity programs, girls' participation in STEM subjects has seen a remarkable rise. In 2023, Cape Town hosted the landmark Inclusive Schools Conference, uniting educators, policymakers and advocates from across the globe. Findings from the conference underscored the critical need for robust teacher training in inclusivity, the integration of technology in education, and the importance of community involvement in fostering inclusive environments.
The conference on Connect School has been a great opportunity of meeting 15 countries.
Having someone here to listen, to learn and see how things are changing, of course, is a key takeaway.
We need to thank the British Council for this conference.
It's been an amazing experience, and it's a global experience.
We've enjoyed a fantastic partnership of British Council.
The highlight of the conference was a visit to 2 schools that have adopted the inclusive education model with great success. Delegates witnessed the positive impact of inclusivity on learners, teachers, and the school communities.
The school has an impact that everyone wants to see and come and see what are we doing as a school. It used to be this area is no-go area, but people are coming to NY82.
The teacher of this school, they give us a chance and the time They always look out after me.
Every learner is unique on his or her own way. We teach them to learn according to their abilities.
The children get used to inclusivity and children who are different than them, who are unique and special in their own way. You don't need to tell them you have to help a friend or give a hand or give a hug. It becomes a norm, it becomes something natural to them.
Again, to school, I felt really insecure. I felt like I was the odd one out. I really struggled with sitting on the board and wasn't able to do my work properly. A lot of my teachers actually came to me and helped me figure out what the work was if I didn't understand. I really appreciate everything that they've done for me.
This school and the teachers, they welcomed me and they interviewed me and they asked me, "And Tahiru, what is it that you need?" There was days that I was sobbing and they would just be there for me. The teachers are amazing and the school is amazing, really.
I feel very welcome in my classroom. It's a very warm and summery atmosphere. Every single person, every single living being in that classroom will be included, no matter what.
We are not just a school, we are a community.
Sometimes really, it takes a village to raise this child.
The path forward for inclusive education in South Africa is illuminated by the insights and commitments made at the Inclusive Schools Conference. Yet the journey is far from over. The call for further partnerships and collective action rings loud, echoing across classrooms, communities, and countries.
Inclusive education is wonderful, and be the difference.
Inclusive education needs the community.
Inclusivity is the way of the future.
Inclusive education is so wonderful.
Working together for what's best for our community.
If we want to promote and successfully deliver on inclusive education, then we cannot do it alone.
The education journey demands hard work, demands a lot of research, and the nations must realize that if they put in good money, they're able to get the returns from their citizens. After all, a development in human capital is an assurance of a developed world.
In the heart of South Africa and beyond, a brighter future awaits through the doors of inclusive education. Together, let's unlock those doors, one partnership at a time.